2 years ago, the Philippines had two movies at the Chicago International Film Festival. I rated them both poorly because I missed on a lot of points and at times had a very roundabout or misleading way of telling their story. Since there were no films from the Philippines last year, I had to wait until this year to see if the Philippines can redeem itself at the CIFF. And this year was a major improvement. This is a tale of a perilous journey taken by a group of strangers across the South China Sea. Solidarity, hope, and friendship tie this motley group of individuals that include a brother and a sister hoping to be reunited with their absent mother, a would-be prostitute, a human trafficker who preys on the locals' desperation, a merchant who sells fake jewelry, and many others. They all look for a better and bright future as they head to their final destination of Malaysia. However, as they get closer to the shores, danger lurks for them and their lives are quickly in jeopardy in this slow-building, suspense-filled drama about something that hits close to home for many Filipinos in their homeland. Now, the movie was filmed in a documentary style. The less polished filming style, including the bounciness of the camera, added to the atmosphere and the commonality of the characters who are looking for better fortunes away from their poor life in the Philippines. The movie starts the way it ends. The rest of the movie is a flashback showing us the journey the characters go on in their quest to find better fortunes for their families and themselves. As the movie progresses, you sympathize with the characters and hope they survive at the end of the film. It makes you want to know how the film ends. The film does highlight some of the issues in the Philippines, and it does a fair job in depicting them. Now, I will say there needs to be more development of some of the characters. Some of the characters were given very little time, if any, to tell their story. Although the movie was shot in documentary style, it still made it hard to get a clear view of what was happening. Sometimes the camera was too bouncy, other times there wasn't enough lighting or it was too dark to see any detail. However, I did like the slow transition from light to dark as the film progressed. The film started out in the middle of the day underneath the bright sun. As they got closer to their destination and closer to the end of the film, the fortunes of the weary travelers started to take a turn for the worst. The light then becomes absent from the background and most of the scenes are filmed during the evening or night underneath the pale moonlight. I did like the acting in this film more than a lot of Filipino films because it seemed natural, almost real, unlike some of the overacting or forced acting in a number of major Filipino films. Now, overall, I felt this movie was lacking in a number of areas, but was still able to tell an important and intriguing story. This was far better than the Filipino films I saw at the CIFF 2 years ago. I'm going to give this movie a solid B-. Well, we're about roughly one-third of the way into the films that I'm going to be reviewing for the Chicago International Film Festival. And until next time, class dismissed.
Sa aking